Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk.
Hello and welcome to the Hope Hotline. It is the 21st of May. Good things, good things. I love the month of May for many reasons, but it's getting hotter than Hades outside.
Toasty.
I'm not looking forward to the summer. But if you live in the state of Florida, you can you're actually feeling it. You actually know what we're talking about here.
It's
so
toasty, yep.
It's very toasty. Hope everybody had a great weekend and are going into, we're on hump day.
Yeah,
Happy
we
hump
are.
day. So hopefully you're happy about that and you're entering into the weekend full, fulfilled, and happy. If you're not, you're laughing, I hear you. If you are interested and you love the River Church, they're doing their conference this week. And it's the ministers' conference, but you don't have to be a minister to go to it. It was really good yesterday. I can promise you this, you'll always laugh.
Yes.
You'll be laughing because Pastor Rodney is being a comedian, or you'll get filled with joy.
True.
Either way, you're probably going to laugh.
Yep.
Oh, God bless you.
Yeah.
You were all ready with that?
No, I wasn't. I'm just really
how
fast.
did you do that fast?
Because I am the best. Hello.
You are the best.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
I was just telling Tom about how good you are about
Aw,
that.
thank
I'm not kidding you. I was
you.
just saying, Tom, I told him that on Monday night.
Thank you. I tried.
So, yeah.
I tried.
But that right there,
Yep.
I love that man.
I know. Me too.
He is such a great, oh my gosh, man. They don't make him like that anymore. He is one of, in the Christian world, if you're not familiar with the Christian world, TikTok, I'm talking to you right now. But if you're not familiar with the Christian world, he would be what we call one of God's generals.
Yep, exactly.
He's
special.
And you know what? A lot of times, for me, and for most Christians, most of the time you're like, I'll never meet one of God's generals. Because you don't.
Right.
There's not a lot of them.
Right.
And then it happens. And you're like, dear me, oh my. Mm-hmm. You aspire.
Yep.
It's really great. What it teaches you is, a lot of times people put people like this on a pedestal, which is very dangerous to do. But it's really great to know, they're just like us.
Yeah.
They do things just like us.
Yep.
And I don't know. So if you can, go. It's in Tampa. Go. You will not be disappointed. He has tonight all the way through, is it all the way through Sunday
That's
night?
25th.
Sunday morning. All the way through Sunday morning.
Yep.
But don't they do Sunday night?
Yeah, you can check their website, revival.com.
There you go. So it's either going to end Sunday morning, but he does do Sunday night. But I think Norma might be right because I feel like he's going somewhere. He might be leaving Sunday afternoon. Check it out, like Tracy said. If you like that kind of stuff, you won't be sad or disappointed. What do we got going on?
Yeah. I'm checking right now to see if what their schedule is. 8 days, 16 sessions. So, and it's not opening. But yeah, I'll get that as soon as I can figure it out. But yeah, what else is going on?
So I'm trying to find out from you.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, 3-dayer.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'd be lying if I said that I didn't need it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do squat.
That's what I like to hear from you.
But you know what? I just went out. Where's my arm thingy? I just went out fishing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I shouldn't need.
That's not doing anything.
No,
No, that's
listen,
work.
though, guys, I was fully relaxed and having the time of my life.
Right.
Aw, I love
No,
that.
absolutely. But that's different than not doing anything. You were working your butt off to get all those
I'm telling you,
fish.
those amberjack,
Yeah.
those amberjack are like fighting a marlin. I'm not kidding you. Holy crap.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, dude, these things come out and they're only like 10 pounds if you're lucky. And they're like, they fight. I'm like, no kidding. Like parts of me that I had the fishing pole leaning on are still damaged.
Huh.
I won't tell you what parts they are. But they're so tender to the touch.
I believe it.
Seriously.
I believe
They
it.
are fighting fish.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Absolutely.
So
There's a graduation for the River University students on Sunday night.
that's it.
So technically, I don't know.
She's
is
right.
everybody allowed to go? I don't know. What's,
Everybody's allowed to go
Okay,
to that
okay.
graduation. Me and
Okay.
Tom attended a few years back.
Okay.
It's very sweet. They usually have the year that we went, usually they have a great speaker come in. Like
cool.
last year's speaker was like, I love last year's speaker. I think it was last year's speaker. Did I go last year? I didn't go last year. It was the year before. I didn't go last year.
Okay.
He was good.
yeah, good. Okay.
But the year before that, not so much.
okay.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
does.
But
It does.
but really good. Really,
Okay.
they usually like he brings in good people to do the whatever that talk is or that whatever that is.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it the commencement speech?
I think
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
I
that
think
sounds
that's
right.
exactly what you call it.
Yeah,
but he
yeah,
does a
yeah.
really good job with all of that. I mean, they do have good people come in, but it's a great graduation and it's fast.
Okay. That's good too. That everybody appreciates that.
Yeah, God knows, like
Yeah.
it's rough.
Yeah. And that's a
Like,
lot of kids.
They have such
Or
a
people.
large
People.
class.
Yeah.
They have such a large class. Each class is good size. They have such that university is big. So, alrighty, Rue.
Natalie's coming on Friday.
Oh, sweet deal. I was going to ask you about
So
that.
fun.
Yep. She'll be here.
And when is Nick coming? Because I was talking to him about that.
Yeah. We got to
So-
nail down a date.
Okay, because listen, that one, people, if you want to like sleep at a Holiday Inn Express and then listen to him talk the next day,
Yeah.
you'll be fixing your own car.
You'll know how to do. Yeah. But if you're local, don't do it yourself. Come
If
to
you
Nick.
don't stay at a Holiday Inn Express, and if you don't listen to him,
True.
you're going to jack up your vehicle. Don't do it yourself.
Probably.
Just saying.
Yeah, that one's. I know we got to nail him down. But
I
he said
talked to
it-
him. He said,
Okay.
just give him some dates.
Okay, we will.
But I knew you were waiting on me. I blamed it on me because I remember I didn't answer your email, and you had some questions about. And then if
Okay.
once I gave you that, you were going to be able to. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whatever. I was just curious.
Yeah.
So Natalie, Friday. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that. I was wondering if she was coming this Friday,
Oh yeah, she's coming
May 30th.
May 30th.
Not this Friday.
Yeah.
This Friday is the 23rd. It's next Friday. I knew it.
Oh, you're right, Hope.
God bless
way.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually really excited.
Stop it.
I knew it wasn't this Friday. I was thinking it was this Friday or next Friday.
You know how many times I've looked at this slide? Like 9,000 times.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what day it is.
What day is it?
I don't even know what
because
day
that's the
it is.
23rd.
It is the 20. I know it is. I know, but I
We have to
also
wait
see
a
if
whole another week.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but
Send
that's
in those
good.
questions.
Yeah. Send in those questions because I have a few that I'm very curious about. But we probably won't go down the path we went last time because mine are very normal questions,
Like
Yes.
like the saffron question.
the what?
Saffron.
I don't know what saffron is. I can't remember.
It's a spice.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like, but it's very expensive. But everybody's like swears by it.
And what does it do?
We'll find out on Friday. Not this Friday.
You did not talk to me about this. I'm
It's
very
in-
interested.
It's in an email. I sent you an email yesterday.
Obviously-
yesterday.
obviously, I do not pay attention to my emails.
No, it was to you and Natalie, so you probably knew. But
No, I didn't get that. Are you sure you sent it to me?
I'm not sure. But I did look at it because I had to read it to the girls. I'm going to check right now. Sorry, YouTube, or Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever's on my phone right now. Okay, let me check right now. Sent. Yes.
You did send it to me?
Natalie and Hope. I sent it on Sunday, actually. but nobody responded. So I'm actually really offended.
You better. If Natalie didn't respond, something might have gone awry.
Natalie, are you in the comments? Natalie, where you at? Okay, I'll check. I'll check and make sure. But I have a few questions.
So those are those are your questions then.
Not all of them. I sent a bunch.
Okay.
I sent a bunch. I had, a couple of them are mine. One of them was a friend of mine's. And then the last one is from Carrie's podcast. I want to know about the cold plunge.
Oh, yes.
Because that's like a lot of women are doing that.
Yeah.
I actually am very interested. I can't tell you how many times I've thought about that cold plunge.
Yeah.
Because of my girlfriend.
Okay.
Who swears by them and loves them. And she is just a couple years younger than me. I think she's early 50s. So I guess that's more than a couple years.
Yeah.
But she's early 50s. And she said anybody over 40 should not be doing them.
Interesting.
Which means that she shouldn't be doing them.
So I've never heard that before.
That it's bad for you.
That it's bad
Correct.
for especially women.
Yeah,
like I've
me either.
never
Me
heard
either.
that before.
Well, and the thing is Carrie, like, she knows her crap.
Yeah,
like,
she
she
does.
studies her stuff.
Right. No, I know. And new information is coming out all the time. And Natalie
True.
was in the chat, but because it's a little bit behind, she was saying things and I wasn't sure what she was connecting them with. So I feel like she can clarify that
Yeah.
for us next.
There's a lot of things
Friday.
that are good for you. Like now, I think coffee is one of those things where it's like, it's good for you. And then
Right.
next year it's like, no, it's bad for
It's
you.
actually
and
terrible
it's
for you.
That's like salt and eggs.
like,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Salt and
Carrie
eggs.
said that coffee is one of those things you should get organic, and I didn't
yeah,
I
because
didn't
of
You know
realize
why?
that.
Yeah.
And I asked her about this.
Okay.
And
What'd
this
she
is
say?
before
Yeah.
pesticides.
Yeah.
Heavily,
that makes
heavily
yeah, and also
sprayed.
mold. It's heavy. Like it
Oh, I
can
didn't.
be.
She didn't tell me that. She just
Yeah.
said pesticides. It's heavily doused in pesticides.
That makes sense too.
So
Okay. Well, so not this Friday, but the following Friday. And so that's plenty of time to send in your questions.
True.
And she will be able to answer these pretty quickly. And I always tell her, you don't have to, like mine, I just put them out there because I'm curious, but I could always ask her. So if you have questions, yours will get moved to the top.
maybe I should ask her what is a good substitute for a butter knife.
Oh my God.
Oh dear lordsy.
See, I tried to stay very
I know.
neutral, and then you let this crazy lady on.
I
I
love
know.
it. Every last little bit of it. I love it. I saw
In case of an emergency, like what
There
should
should be
I like
in
grab?
your emergency box. You need not a butter knife.
Oh, so somebody yesterday, I saw them yesterday, and they said to me, they go, "Oh, I got to see your podcast for the first time."
Oh gosh, please.
I was like,
please
Which
tell
one?
me
Which
That's
it was
one?
not.
but I'm like, okay, like I want to go like this, you know. I'm like,
I know.
well, let me just. I'm not sure which one you watched, but let me just tell you, it can go. How did I phrase it? It can go. Oh man, rogue. It can go rogue at any time.
That's a
Like,
good
real
word.
quick.
That's a really good word.
And they were like, yeah, I could see that. I'm like thinking, okay, you saw one that I'm
You-
probably embarrassed about
yes.
because it went went a little too far.
Tell them to give us a second chance.
Oh, she didn't say she's not watching.
Okay, good. It's kind
She
of
just
like
said-
Foundation Church. You got to give it more than 1 week. That's how we
True.
work around here.
Truth.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Rue. What's
Okay.
next?
I can go through our stuff. And then I don't really have anything crazy. I was excited about Natalie, but unfortunately, that's
Right.
You're
not
wrong.
this week. I'm very wrong. And I just downloaded this video. I mean, the cover photo thing. So, all right. Do you want me to go through my things real quick?
Go through your things, girl.
Okay, let's do this. All right. So if you are on Facebook, what I want you to do is you can like and you can share and you can send a little comment. And then if you want to join us over in Rumble, I'm going to copy and paste the link real quick. Let's see, paste. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to join us over at Rumble, please do. If you are watching on Rumble, say hello in the chat. You don't have to chat the whole time, but just say hello. Let us know that you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from. I see Sharon and Daniel and Court and Sharon and Anne Marie and Linda. And I think that's it. And Talia's obviously in there. So if you're in the Rumble chat, say hello. And if we don't know you and you're not a regular, let us know where you're watching from. If you're on YouTube, you you can stay there, but if you want to chat, Jolene's right now. She's on YouTube. So that is very exciting as well. Thanks for joining us over there. And of course, we have Black Robe, which is our own platform, and the audio podcast later today. And we are live on TikTok. We've got the Hope Hotline. And let me just pull those up too so you can see those. So we've got the Hope Hotline live right now on TikTok, and Hope is also live on TikTok right now. So if you're watching,
Hey, my numbers are way better than that.
I know. We've got to do a new screenshot
It
again.
ain't much better, but it's better.
No, way better, way better. We are moving and grooving.
Rocking
on that
and
thing.
rolling, baby.
Yep,
Rocking
same-
and rolling.
Same with the Hope Hotline. We're moving and grooving. Yeah. So if you're watching on TikTok, thanks for joining us. If you want a better user experience, you can head over to Rumble. You literally go to rumble.com and then you just write in the Hope Hotline. You will find it very easily. And we are live as of right now, so it'll be easy find. If you have any questions, send them in. Askhope at hopehotline.com. Again, if you're looking for Natalie, who is coming May 30th, you can send the same email, the questions, anything at all that you've had questions about. You get direct access to Natalie on next Friday. So don't forget to do that. If you're on Instagram, we're over there. You can head over there and follow us on Instagram. And if you want any of our merch, it is available at foundationchurchfl.com, and you just click shop and you can find it there. Or if you are at Foundation Church, you can buy all these fun stuff there. So that is all for today.
Oh, good. Okay.
Alrighty, here we
I'm
go.
super excited about today's questions. They are really, really good.
Yeah.
They're really good. First question is, everyone around me is getting married or buying houses, and I'm still figuring it out. How do I stop comparing my timeline to everyone else's? There is a great Bible scriptures that says, do not compare yourself among yourselves.
Yep.
There's reasons for that.
Yep.
Because your plan is probably different than everybody else's plan. I mean, no snowflake is the same. No fingerprint is the same. Like, everybody is different. And just because you feel like you're moving slower than everybody else, who's to say that they didn't move faster than they were supposed to? Like, if you look at it things from different perspectives. But I don't know how old you are. And so, like on Sunday, I met this group of young people. They're in their 30s. A couple of them are in their 30s, and then the others are in their 20s. And they're not married. And if they wanted to, they're hanging out with 20-something-year-olds not married. And their oldest one was 34. The 34-year-old could be thinking, what's wrong with me?
Right.
But
Right.
instead, they choose to embrace or appear to embrace their singleness until somebody comes along and is the one for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think we tend to rush things because we think that by this age I should have this. By this age I should have that. Mm-hmm. And that's just not the case.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I speak of this because of me. Like, I didn't get married until I was 28. I didn't own my first home until I was 28. And so a lot of people would say that's old. I thought that was responsible.
Yeah.
I didn't meet the right person till I was until I was 25, dated for 3 years, and then got married. I mean, it didn't happen overnight for me. And I think that's okay. I really do. I think there's something to be said for every stage in life, and you should embrace it and have fun in it and enjoy it. And once you own a home, like, there's big responsibility with that home. So if you're renting an apartment or you're living at your parents', embrace that time, because first of all, especially if you live with your parents, you're not going to have them around forever, and you could be saving money. And nowadays, like, rent is ridiculous here in Florida. Like, ridiculous. You get a 1-bedroom apartment, and if you're lucky, it's $1,700.
Right.
A lot of times it's $2,000.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
So, do you really want to be? I mean, I don't know. What do you think about that?
I can't believe how expensive rent is right now. Like, it actually is like mind blowing.
It really is.
And I think we have like some friends that aren't even wanting to stay in their like commercial building because how expensive it is, you know? So I think that if you can set your kids up for success, or
Yes.
you're a kid and you can set yourself up for success by staying with your parents a little bit longer, working your butt off and getting to a place where you're doing good. Like you
Yeah.
feel confident on your own. Talia's sister is like such a great example of this. She worked her butt off with our company and did photography, and she set herself up for success. She took full advantage of being able to do what she could do, and in that she is set up for success at a really young age.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
but a lot of people like don't have that skill set because photography pays well. And she does work her butt off.
So, but in the beginning, if you don't have a portfolio, which is kind of what she like struggled with in the beginning, is she didn't have a ton of like options because she didn't have a ton of photos to prove that she could do all these things. So, she took on jobs, and I told her, I'm like, you need to up your costs because you are so cheap right now and you're going to work your butt off and not make any money. And so she did. She took that into account, but she worked really hard for our company too. And she just grind,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Well, what I'm saying about that is, in her case,
Yeah.
she was able to do 2 jobs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Not everybody has that opportunity.
Yeah.
They can only work really hard at their one because,
yeah, and that's fine too. Like
but you might not be because she's 24.
she is now. Yeah.
Okay, she's 24 and married, and she's opposite of what I'm talking about.
She's only 22.
She's 22.
22.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
excuse me.
yeah.
She's more opposite of what I'm talking about then.
Yeah.
Because there's people who are older. She's actually what this person is trying to say. Everybody's married. Everybody has a place. I'm older and I don't have anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so
Yeah.
that's like, that's phenomenal that she's where she's at, but that's opposite of what this person is saying. And all I'm saying to you is just because what the example we just used looks like that doesn't mean that that's your example.
Right. Absolutely.
If you're work hard,
yeah.
save your money, put yourself out there so you can be dating. If you're a Christian, then get involved and do things in ministry. If you're not a Christian, become one.
Right.
Yeah.
And see how the world really revolves and changes for you.
Right.
But it's not going to look the same. Psalm 37:23 clearly says the Lord directs the steps of the godly. He delights in every detail of their lives.
Yeah.
Okay, know that God has got every step ordered for you. Everything that you're doing, if you're following him and his direction, he's already got your plan set up. He's already got every detail taken care of. You just sit in that passenger seat, let him drive the bus, and know that each step you take, it gets you that much closer to what everybody else seems to have. But
Right.
what you think everybody has and what they actually have are 2 different things. And I'm going to give you
Yeah.
examples. Hey, can somebody turn down the air conditioning because I am freaking freezing? First of all, when people get married too quickly and it looks like on the outside that everything is just... A lot of times there's hell inside the 4 walls of that home. And you don't know that and you don't see that because Facebook and all of social media, what is being portrayed is not the truth. So you wouldn't want what you maybe see other people have. And on the other side of that too, people get so house poor because they go out, they buy something and they cannot afford it. And now they have no money to spend because they're house poor. So just know, just because people have things and it looks like they're heading in the right direction and you're lagging behind, things aren't always as they appear.
True.
And you probably would be glad to not have what they have. Because I can tell you from experience and having lots of friends and being 58 years old, I know that that is the truth.
Yeah, absolutely. I think of my husband. He didn't get saved until he was in his 30s. And he didn't launch a business till he was like in his mid 40s.
There you go.
Everyone has their own timeline. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Keep your head down. Hustle, grind, and
Yes.
keep God first. If you delight yourself in the Lord, if you do those things, like He will direct your path and He will lead you down the road that you are meant to be in.
Yeah, and I would say that like Jeff has never been a slacker Okay, so how it was supposed to line up was how it was supposed to line up.
Right.
And that's not to say that you're going to be 40 years old, but I mean, Tom was 36 when he stepped into ministry, and he wasn't even pastoring really. So like everybody thinks that there's just this way that things should be. That's just not how it works.
Right.
And don't despise where you're at. Like love it, flourish in it, and enjoy each stage that life has you in. Because it's much like your children. You're going to find out when you have kids, like every part of every stage of their life, you're going to go, this was better than before.
Yeah.
This was better than before. But it's all the way you think of things.
Yep.
True.
Very true.
Mindset. Mindset is key. It's like, I don't know who told me this. Somebody I was talking to that's not married. They were like, I'm loving being single. Eventually I'll get married, but I love being single. I'm going to enjoy my single life and just dating. I'm just, or not dating, but I'm going to enjoy my single life because once I get married, it's over. It's just like once you become a parent, you're never not a parent.
True.
Once you're married, you're never not married. So you better not be looking. Everybody wants to, when you're like 10, you can't wait to be a teen. When you're a teen, you can't wait to be this. It's like slow your roll. Enjoy where you're at.
Absolutely.
We're always wanting something different though. Greener pastures. And when you can learn that that's just not the way it should be, life is really good.
Yep.
Really
Content
good.
in all things.
Be content in all things.
Like every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Like I was talking to one of my friends and she was saying how she's kind of in a boring season right now because she's not like working and she's got kids at home. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of miss those days where things were just boring. You woke up, you made breakfast, changed a diaper, put them to nap time. You got to sit down for a second. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you kind of like, you
Yeah.
look fondly on those times and then they're gone,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And you blink and they're gone.
And you blink
Like,
and
it's
they're
that
gone.
Yeah.
quickly.
yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh. If I could go back, I tell my kids this. I think I've even said it on this podcast, but if I could go back to when Tommy was like 3 or 4 and then Norma was 1 or 2.
I know. I feel the same way. I saw a thing on, I think it was Instagram. It says, I don't want more kids. I just want to go back to when my kids were little.
Right.
And that's exactly where I'm at right now because I don't want to have more kids.
Right.
But
No.
if I can go back and do it all over again, one, I'd be a better mom.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would too. I would slow down because a lot of their childhood, I rushed. I was like looking for the next milestone. I was waiting for the next. And I refused to do that in their teenage years. So every single car ride, every single time I'm like, driving them somewhere, like I'm enjoying and I am slowing down because I know, Jojo's getting his license. That's going to be taken away. Those car rides where we like talk to each other.
That's crazy.
And like, I refuse to rush this teenage
Right.
years, because I kind of did that during their childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even need to go all the way back and spend, because I love where my kids are now. But if I could just like have a week,
Yeah. Yeah.
a week,
Yeah.
just give me a week.
Right.
True.
Because Tommy was just like, you miss the little things that they did. And Norma was like a
Yeah.
koala, like holding, like we would call her the little koala. I mean, I miss that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? There's just certain little things.
True.
So slow your roll,
Yeah.
enjoy
Slow your
where
roll.
life has you because it moves way too fast.
Does.
Be
Moves
content.
way too fast.
Be
Be content.
content.
in every single season.
Because there is something special about it.
Yes.
There really is. And being single, there is something really special. And I am happily married. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I am very happily married. But
Right.
there was still something sweet about that time with being single and just, there was a certain freedom about
yeah,
it.
it's just you and the Lord. I mean, Paul even says it. It's better that you not get married. 'Cause
Yeah,
then
but
you
if
have
you're
to
not
take
a
on-
Christian,
yeah.
I mean, I agree with you because
Yeah.
for me, that's the side of things, spiritually speaking, that I agree
Yeah.
with you 100%.
yeah.
Well, but if you're not a Christian,
You're not.
it's still a very special time. You would eliminate God. I mean, it could be way better for you if you were a Christian. But I'm just saying that
Yeah.
for the TikTokers out there that are single and looking for something, I agree with you about like,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. And it's just you asking your own self permission.
Right.
Not that I ask for permission in my marriage because I pretty much don't. But I'm just saying. But I do consider him in everything that I do.
Right.
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 But then you don't consider anybody.
right.
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 Just do what you want.
Do what you want.
True.
Totally.
True.
And then if you are Christian, you're still doing what you want. You get that more special time with God,
Yeah. For sure.
which there's nothing like that.
I agree.
Nothing like that.
I
So,
agree.
anything else?
Yeah, that was good.
All right, let's go on. We're going to do sponsors really quick. Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida, Inc. is owned by Lord Keller. They have been in business since 2005. They provide the most accurate certified home appraisal service in Southwest Florida. They have upfront pricing with no hidden fees, no waiting for a couple weeks for your appraisal. They will have it done in 2 to 4 days. Why do you need an appraisal? There are many reasons to get one. First, when you sell your home, it removes any concern that you priced it too low to eliminate paying high estate taxes on a home you inherited, to make sure that you are not paying too much in property taxes because of an inaccurate home valuation. Lastly, so that when you list your home, it's not priced too high and sits on the market for months or longer. Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida are highly trusted and valued. They have done over 10,000 appraisals. They are locally owned and operated for over 30 years. They are licensed state appraiser and are an expert team. Their appraisals are 100% money back guarantee. They can provide residential real estate appraisals in the following counties: Charlotte, Sarasota, Manatee, DeSoto, Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Lee. If you give them a call, tell them that you heard about them from the Hope Hotline, and you will receive a $50 discount. Number to reach them is 941-743-3700, 941-743-3700. Hanson Automotive Services has been in business since 2017 with 20 years experience. They do everything from oil changes to tires to AC work to engine repair and replacement. They are not just motivated to do their best, they are auto-motivated. Their business lives by Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. You can reach them by 941-460-3962, 941-460-3962. Alrighty, Rue. Let's go to the next question. Now, this reminds me of something that Adalis did at her conference, but I am constantly glued to my phone, and it's killing my focus and sleep. How do I realistically start a digital detox? Have you ever heard of a digital detox?
Yeah.
Never in my life.
I've heard like fasting your phone.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, I've heard that.
Yeah.
But digital detox is like, I guess, the secular version of
Right. Right. Because
fasting.
Yeah. Because people aren't. Well, I mean, some people are using fasting, but most of the time, yeah, detox is. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Isn't it the same idea? That's what I've always just assumed it
Yeah,
meant.
I'd never heard of it before. I had to look it up.
Okay.
You know where I looked it up?
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Chat GPT.
I was like, what is a digital detox and how do you do it? And it told me.
Let's hear it.
Which, listen, like, I hate to say this.
Do you need one?
No, well, I actually did really good when Adalis said everybody would pull out their phones. I was like, oops, sorry.
Oh,
I was
that's
doing pretty
nice.
good.
Not me.
She drinks her what is that, Ghost?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I actually did pretty good on it.
Yeah, not me.
Okay.
But no, I was saying is like the things that ChatGPT knows.
It's scary.
Listen, we're just gonna act like it's okay.
Gosh, which somebody has that question in here.
Okay.
You didn't see the questions, Tracy.
Well, I
but
am peeking at them, but I know. I get it. I know. It's a slippery slope.
Is ChatGPT the Antichrist?
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. You know what the thing is I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's like, is debit cards?
Come on.
Is Amazon?
Right.
I mean, people they go cray cray.
I know.
I know. That's what I was going to say. Like, look back the last like 10 years. What was the last thing that came out that was like a really big thing? Like that, like a debit card or
Yeah.
cell phones.
The
where you have it
internet,
with you.
Oh, when,
period.
The
hey,
internet.
listen.
Before
when-
the internet, it was the encyclopedia. I
Right.
mean, it's always a thing.
I know.
Well, the thing is the checkbook. When people when they went out when they came out with checkbooks,
That was not good.
Okay.
if you're a Christian,
You're writing a check.
How could you?
Satan.
And then you get to
Right.
666, the check number.
I'm just kidding you. I'm not kidding you. It's like people go crazy.
I know, and that's the thing. And they're like, "Well, you don't know. They're going to be become so intelligent." And I'm like, I have the mind of
Well,
Christ.
Pastor Rodney keeps helping them. He keeps teaching
He's
Chat
teaching
GPT
them. I know.
things.
Listen.
I'm like, you're helping him out. And he's like, well, yeah.
Exactly. Hello.
He makes me laugh so hard. I'm like, you're teaching that. You're teaching Chat GPT.
Right.
Do you have a problem with that? He's like, nope.
Oh, me either.
Aaron does too, though. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's flipping funny. Like,
think
it's going to be what it's going to be,
helpful.
people.
Right.
Occupy until he comes.
Amen.
It's how you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything.
It's literally how you use it. If you're,
I mean-
if you're going to ChatGPT before you're opening up your Word, check your heart.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Maybe
Tracy?
you need a digital detox.
I'm feeling very convicted right now. I'm like sweating.
Time to check your heart.
Stop reading my mail.
Well, we know Vanessa. Vanessa wakes up at the crack o' dawn
So early.
before the sun is up.
Before the birds.
I'm not happy
And
about it,
she's-
guys.
She's out there.
doing
not
it,
happy.
doing her thing.
She's marking off those books of the Bible, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and lifting. And this.
And also,
Oh yeah, lifting
Pumping
weights.
iron.
Pumping iron.
because my body is strong, but also my spirit.
Oh dear God. I might throw up.
Preach.
I might throw up. Can we go back to the knife? The butter knife? I'd rather go back to the butter knife.
Oh, let's go.
Let's do it.
Gosh.
I do have a lot of bathroom stories. I'm sorry about that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that comment on TikTok, I was like, that's the best.
Do you want to know a secret?
Oh my God.
What is it?
Vanessa.
I had ChatGPT help me.
No, you did not. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
She's serious.
No, it's my story, but I had it like,
Abbreviated.
I said, write this in a very dramatic way.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what it spit out.
But it actually sounded like you.
No, because it was my words.
Because
I
ChatGPT
wrote it
knows
out
her.
and then I asked it to write it in a way where it's more dramatic.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes.
I don't know ChatGPT that
Yes.
well.
You got to.
So it was my words.
got
I had to write it out.
Yeah.
But
right.
it just came
That's
out.
so good, girl. I literally thought that's the reason why it sounded like you. That's very good.
Yes, you got to know how to use it.
You do.
I'm learning.
You are.
Because you still have to sound like yourself.
Right. Right.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, weird.
Right. They're like,
not
that
so
ain't
good.
you.
Not so
Nobody likes a fraud.
Right.
Yeah, no.
No. Gotta be genuine.
You got to be genuine.
You be you.
Or you could be a fraud and nobody knows you're a fraud because you sound like a fraud.
Right. And I use
True.
ChatGPT so much.
Right.
That it knows how
knows
I
it.
talk.
Right. That's the point.
It's very familiar.
That's the point.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, so are we doing a digital
Digital
detox?
detox.
Okay, let's
Are we
got
doing
off.
one?
No, we're not. No.
Oh, no. Okay. Absolutely not.
I'm helping somebody who has to have a digital.
Oh, okay.
I know.
What if this was
And
my
listen,
question?
I have heard where. What is that?
What if this was my question?
Is it your question? But I have heard where people scrolling, it will keep them up at night.
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard
yeah,
that
yeah.
too.
It will cause sleepless nights. For some people,
Yeah.
they can't, like, I don't know what it's too overstimulating for them. They literally don't sleep, which is not good for you guys.
Yeah, that's
it's not
so
good to go
foreign.
days
That is
without
foreign to
sleeping.
me.
That's so foreign.
The constant scrolling causes anxiety and depression. Somebody just said that. That triggers it. Oh, wow. Yeah. Listen, like some people, I hate it. I mean, I was just telling Tom, I probably spend an hour, 2 hours, because Tracy and I are constantly always trying to, and certain things you can't just find your answers immediately. We're constantly
Yeah.
trying to find new ways, new ideas, all the time. It's boring for me. Like to go like this, I am bored stiff. I cannot tell you. I can't stand it. Some people though, how do they do that all the time? What is?
It's because your algorithm sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
is
might
it?
be.
So
Yeah.
because if you have like
Yeah.
funny stuff and like the next one is
Is even
funnier,
funnier,
and then
yeah.
the next one you're learning
have no funny
something.
stuff.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
not even joking. I think it was last night. I was sobbing. Like,
From
I was
laughing?
Crying.
Oh,
no,
it's
like
been
crying because of somebody's
crying.
video.
Oh, I love
It
those.
was very sad.
They made you sad. It made you, I don't watch that crap,
yeah.
Tal. I will not watch that stuff.
Oh, it was sad.
Like,
Yes, she said she was
heartbreaking.
crying. I asked her, she was laughing. No.
Crying.
Oh, I don't watch those either.
Why would you do that
The
to yourself?
homecomings
Because I
that.
wanted to hear the story. It's about like a burn victim and how his dog saved him. So I like,
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Well, that
Yeah,
was
I wouldn't want to.
The military homecoming ones.
Oh my gosh! No
Every
way.
time
No
I'm
way.
like sobbing over strangers.
Me too.
Yeah, that doesn't make me cry.
No.
No.
Are you surprised?
I didn't cry during Private Ryan, though.
Oh,
Something's
I don't
wrong
think
with
I ever
Ryan.
watched that movie.
That one was rough. I don't think I cried.
I look over at Tom and he's like,
falling. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I know it really did happen, but this did not really happen.
Oh my god.
So come on,
She's like fake.
dry up. I didn't cry at Titanic either. I didn't cry at I was pregnant in Private Ryan. I was pregnant with Tommy. I don't know
didn't
what
even
was up with my
cry.
hormones, but
I cried during Titanic, mainly because I was in love with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That was disappointing. You're like, there's
Titanic,
enough room.
didn't cry.
Move over.
the guy, I went on New Year's Eve to Titanic.
Okay.
Both Tom and the other couple, the guy of the other couple, they're crying. Me and the wife are like,
That's funny.
get over it.
That's a long movie.
Long movie. But have you ever, like, we used to go with this couple every year, New Year's Eve, to go out to the movies. Every year we brought in the new year in the movie theater. And somebody thought of, let's go to Lord of the Rings.
Another long movie.
Another freaking long movie
thank
that
you.
has no ending because you don't know what happens.
Absolutely not.
It's
Do
a
you ever
cliffhanger.
know?
I
Listen, you
don't
want to talk about
understand.
mad. I left that place. I was like, who thought of this and what were you thinking? Like, who wants to leave a movie where you don't know the ending?
Right.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's rough.
Most people do like that.
What a
though.
waste. A waste of 5 hours because Lord of the Rings is like,
No.
it's not 5 hours, but it felt like it.
Oh my god.
And I don't like movies to begin with. So if you're going to make me go to a movie,
True.
it better have an ending
Yeah.
because I'm not going to see the sequel.
Right.
True. Right.
don't
Right.
like
Right.
it.
Right. Right.
Right.
I got too much to do. Kelly goes, you don't like movies? No. Like, it's a waste of my time. Like, there's so much to be done. I could I could do so much with that time.
True.
You're not wrong.
What? Oh, no, you don't. You really don't. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Let's do a digital. Let's do a digital detox.
Okay.
Let's not literally do one. Let's do what it looks like to do one.
Okay.
Set clear boundaries. Everybody should do this anyway.
Yeah.
This should not require a detox. But if you have to do a detox, let's do the list, okay? It comes in like 5 stages. Everybody should do this because there should be balance in everyone's life. So, and that means like people going on like games on like Facebook and Instagram doesn't have games, right?
I don't think so.
But I know people who literally will go on, and this ain't Natalie. Oh, now it's probably, you're talking about me. It's not you, Natalie. I know people, and they're older people, who will go on these memory games and stuff like that, and they will literally play them hours upon hours upon hours throughout the day. And those things cost money.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm like, if it's truly a memory game, then maybe you set an hour for you to do it.
Right.
But hours upon hours, that's no different than people who do gaming.
Yeah.
And people have a big problem with teenagers who game. And I literally want to say, okay, senior citizen, how long are you playing those flippin' social media games?
True.
What's the diff?
True.
Or watching the news. when I owned my cleaning business, I'd walk into people's houses and all they had on was the news all day long.
No way.
All day long, from the moment they woke up to the time they went to bed, basically taking in the news all day long. That's not good.
Right.
That is not healthy. If you walk into my house, most of the time, you're going to find the TV's not even on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good. Like, having no noise is very healthy.
Yep.
Like, peace and quiet,
Yep.
unless you're a weirdo and your mind is a freak.
True.
Then maybe you have worship music or some kind of positive music going, okay? But if you can't, until you can control your mind, because some people do have, like, I'm looking at somebody, some people have issues with controlling their thoughts. Until you can control your thoughts, you fill your thoughts with good things.
Yeah.
True.
You don't fill it with silence, because your mind is a terrible master.
True.
Yeah.
Until you master your mind, you don't let your mind master you.
Yeah.
So, set clear boundaries. Decide. I'm going to read to you the list, because the list is good, and I don't obviously have it memorized because ChatGPT gave it to me. Decide what you'll eliminate, what's allowed, which I think is very good.
Yeah.
What are you willing to do, and what are you not going to do? So you set your boundaries, your parameters. No Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Slack, news, or news apps, which goes along with what you were saying. So the no-nos. Sorry, TikTok. But the no-nos is no Instagram, no TikTok, no YouTube, no Slack, or news apps. Do you know how much time people will have on their time on their hands if they eliminated just those things?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Holy crap. I will add Facebook to that for my senior citizens, my more mature adults, because more mature adults are not on Instagram.
Right.
They're on Facebook.
Right.
They are.
Yep.
That's their jam.
Yep.
So no Facebook. But ChatGPT doesn't even recognize Facebook.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God.
That's funny.
Just saying.
That's where the boomers are.
True.
It's true. Yes to phone calls, GPS, and Kindle if needed.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
Very.
You know how much people will be on? Hardly. I add to that yes to, like, for me, I put my macros on there. So like my nutritional or my exercise app. Yes to that. I say yes to YouTube if you're listening to like anything educational. But if it's going to fill your mind with crap, I say no to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, you might do a partial detox like logging off social media but still using your phone for music and maps. Because music is great. Or I would say set timers for yourself if you want to do a partial detox. Allow yourself 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes at night. So you're not going cold turkey. Because some people can't do that either. They'll start twitching and have Tourette syndrome. Schedule the detox, which is pick a time with low digital demands like a weekend, a vacation day, after work hours. Prep your environment. Delete or hide distracting apps. That's what you need to do. So when you schedule the detox, pick a time with low digital demands like a weekend, a vacation day, after work hours. Okay? Then you're going to prep your environment. You're going to delete or hide distracting apps. I think that one's a really good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Turn off notifications. Brilliant.
Yep.
Brilliant. I don't have really any notifications on my phone, which I'm glad because boy, oh boy, would it be being ping, 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 except for TikTok. Ping, ping, ping. It'd be going off like crazy on my other apps. Inform others if you'll be unavailable. That's a great idea. I've seen people on Facebook go, I'm going off for a period of time. So everybody knows not to go searching for their dead body when they don't hear from them. Because they're on it so much, for them not to be on it, people will think, what happened to them? Are they dead or alive? Correct?
Yeah, I always felt like that was really dramatic. Like, I
Me
honestly
too.
don't care if you disappear
Like,
off social media.
we make fun of people who do that.
We do.
Ouch. Okay, don't do that.
No, do it. It's so
Don't do
fun.
it.
It
If
gives
you
us
have to.
something. It's for the plot.
It's for the plot.
We're just like Like, because it's like, I guess it depends on the person, and we usually know the person, and it just feels very
because
very
they're
dramatic. Like,
they're
hello,
so full of
world.
themselves.
Yeah.
They're
Hello,
so full of
world.
themselves that
You're
they
gonna
think
miss me.
everybody is going to know that they're gone.
yeah.
And they usually log back on
Right.
2 days
Right.
later.
Right.
Oh my gosh! You know what? In
true.
some ways, though, you should be. It makes you kind of be accountable. So you do look like a freaking idiot if you go back on.
But they don't care. Like, those are the people that are like, okay, I had my break. I'm glad to be back on. Missed you guys. No, thank you.
Oh my gosh, vomitosis. The next one is have offline activities ready. So when you go cold turkey, have resources to help you because you're going to fail if you don't. One is books, puzzles, which I love. Books, but I never do them. Books, puzzles, walks, journaling, cooking.
Drawing.
What?
The drawing is a good one, too.
Drawing actually is very good too. So have those things ready and available. Do the detox. During your detox, keep yourself busy. Spend time in the Bible. And this crazy, I didn't write this in here.
Right.
Oh, maybe I did.
I was going
I
to say.
did.
I was
I
going to
added
say.
it.
That's,
I added it.
yeah,
I was
gonna
like,
say, that's really-
ChatGPT, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I added this.
My chat probably would have said that. It's okay.
Oh, dear Lord. Keep
religious.
yourself busy. I'm not listening to you, Tracy.
Very spiritual.
Spend time in the Word. Spend time in your Bible. Spend time in prayer. Spend time with friends in person. Mm-hmm. Okay, in person.
Right.
I just did go on my social media and on my stories. Find the one about the mall. See if you can't pull that up and download it really quick. Okay. Spend time with your friends in person. Use the quiet to reflect, recharge, and rest. Super important. You'd be shocked at the lack of sleep that you get probably from scrolling until 1 in the morning. And then you got to start your day. It's not good. You are going to realize how much time is wasted. Everybody look at your phones right now. I'm going to let you look at your phones right now. And where do you go to that? You go to settings.
Settings and screen time.
Screen time. Okay. You need to look at how much screen time you actually are using. You're going to probably be in shock because I think when we went to that conference and people actually looked at their screen time, they were like, holy moly.
You have to change it to week also, not just the day, because
Oh yeah.
the whole week is your highest.
Yeah. Everybody should look at the week. You'll be astounded how much time you really waste. Then examine how much time you have spent in prayer, Bible study, listening, and teachings. That's what you should be spending your time in. And God is way more important than all of that stuff. You literally. When I have spent too much time on the phone, I have, looking at the screen because it's not always the phone. It's sometimes my computer. And I sit there and go, man, what could I have done what could I have done in this time that was more productive than this? And if you literally think about it, like even if it's praying over somebody, you could have prayed for somebody and all that time and have probably gotten better results out of that time spent versus scrolling. It's not good. Reflect and reintroduce mindfully. So afterwards, you're going to journal about your experience. You're going to note any positive changes, better sleep, clearer thinking. Introduce tech more intentionally. So you check your emails only twice a day. Check your social media spots. Like for if people are like one of the things that I liked that a TikTok influencer, isn't that what you call them? Mm-hmm. Said that they do is they intentionally do not go and look at their TikTok app until at the end of the day. And they're a big time influencer, but they don't do it. And it has not affected them in any way on the amount of people who watch them.
Interesting.
So on your iPhone, you can set up a like app timer So you can set up certain times that you're locked out of the app. Like you can't go in. And I know a lot of people do that to help them stay off of it.
So how do you do that?
It's in your settings. You probably just could search like app timer and it'll pop up.
Interesting. That's actually good because it's this next one is optional tools and tips for helping you.
Yeah.
So that might be in here. But thank you for pulling this up. So here's the thing. I'm an 80s girl. I mean, I was born in 67, but my like true influential time is 80s. And there ain't nothing like the 80s, guys. I don't care what anybody says. But one of the things that was great is there was no phones. And in order to socialize, like you had to go somewhere to do that. And one of the places, nobody will know the malls like back in the day.
I know.
It was the best.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was the best time ever. It was like what in the 50s you would go to the diner and hang out. But this was way bigger and had a lot more people. And go ahead and show this, Tracy. I remember it like this. I'm not kidding you.
That makes me sad.
It was just like that.
Poor Charlotte Mall could never.
And nobody was mean to one another. You just went through people. Nobody was in such a big rush that people were turds. And there was no playground. That's
Right.
exactly how it was.
It's so weird not to see people on their phones. Like
know.
all those people, nobody was on their phone because there was no phones.
There was no phones.
It's just
Nobody
so
was in a
crazy to
hurry.
see it. Yeah.
The kids did not have playgrounds where the parents sat and watched them.
Mm-hmm.
Kids just sat and you didn't have to worry about your kid getting snatched. Everybody was happy. I mean, it was, and you saw all your friends you would run into. It was like, I lived in D.C., or right outside of it, and we had what was called the Springfield Mall, and that place was huge. Lady Diana came to when she was alive. She came to our mall and went shopping there. So it wasn't a rinky-dinky mall, but and I didn't live in a small town, obviously, but it was small town when you went in there because you ran into all your friends from school. You ran into your friends with their parents. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
You hit there wasn't a food court. So the food places were along next to like a Starbucks is kind of along where all the stores are. So you walked and you would, which we had like a Roy Rogers. We had a Spanish, like Roy Rogers was a food place. It was like chicken.
Roy Rogers was like the best.
The best.
Oh my gosh. You just unlocked a memory.
Yeah, it was the best. But all of these food places were on the strip. There wasn't a big place that you ate. So you literally walked the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And if we could go back to those times where people were not fixated to their phones, I think we'd be a much better, much happier place. Because people are so addicted to them. And personal relationships have gone on a major decline.
True.
And patience with one another and frustration with one another is at an all-time high.
True.
And it's not a good place to be. Even the malls aren't even full, and people are getting frustrated with each other as they're walking through the mall or driving in the parking lot or just whatever. And it's just like we need to take her down. It was not like that back in the day. I mean, when you were trying to find a parking space and the mall was full, you'd be like, "Dadgum!" But you weren't mad at people. You're like, "I want a parking space. I want to get in there." You know, it wasn't. I want to hurry up and get in there so I can hurry up and get out.
True. Yep.
There's a difference.
True.
I just thought I'd take you back down memory lane.
Sure did.
It was a special time.
It was.
And it wasn't just like that at Christmas time. It was like that all the time where I went. But so optional tools and tips. Sorry for TikTok who didn't get to see that, by the way.
Yeah.
But whatever. Optional tools and tips. Use screen time trackers, like screen time on a Google phone, which is, what are those called? the Google phones are called?
Android.
What is that? Android. Or an Apple phone. What is
Android's just an Android. Google Pixel is the Google phone. iPhone.
It's Apple.
iPhone is Apple. Android.
It's like Samsung and stuff.
Samsung.
Yeah, that's an Android.
So a digital well-being on Android. So you can do screen time on an iOS or digital well-being, which is called on an Android. Tech-free zones at home, like the bedroom. That's not a bad idea.
True.
That you only look at the phone when you're in like the community areas of your house. But when you go to your bedroom, it's off limits. Try a phone stack, which, listen, I know, like, if you're a teenager, you're like, I don't even hang out in the community area of my home. My kids are in their 20s, and they don't. They are in their rooms, hanging out with their friends, or in there by themselves. They're not going to not be on their phone. That's a ridiculous one. But for me, I'm out in my living room. I'm doing stuff in my kitchen. That'd probably be a good rule for me. So try a phone stack with friends. Everyone puts phones face down during meals. We don't. When we go out to dinner, we don't look at our phones. So that's easy. Replace doom scrolling with a short walk or a physical activity, which is very healthy. Mm-hmm. When I go on my walks, I used to listen to teachings the whole entire time I was on my walk. And even then I was like, stop. Don't use your phone. Just go for a walk. Listen to nature. Too much. Like sometimes it's just too much coming in. Mm-hmm. It's not healthy. It's nice to have, if your mind is okay, it's nice to have just quiet time.
Yes.
Which used to be how we lived.
Yeah.
We drive to work, we'd listen to the radio, or we wouldn't listen to anything. Now it's not like that at all.
Yep.
I hope I freed some people. They're probably all going, screw you. That ain't reality. It's not happening. I get it. But consider it. And truly consider, like, going to a coffee shop. The one thing that I love that my kids do is they hang out with their friends a lot. They have literally time where they set aside days and evenings where they hang out with their friends, where it's a social time, not where their only communication that they have with anybody is through a device. That's not good. So I would strongly suggest, young people especially, a lot of young people don't even know how to communicate because they never actually do one-on-one conversations. It's very dangerous. You need to learn how to communicate and socialize with people in a one-on-one, person-to-person, face-to-face situation. And when you do that, a lot of times you realize, man, it's awesome hanging out with your friends. Take the phones and put them away. It's a way better way to hang out and lots more fun. But you guys want to add anything to that?
I mean, I work in social media, so it's kind of like when you have access to like candy all the time. Like when you have an opportunity to eat candy, you're like, whatever. Like I have access to it all the time. But when you're like, you never could touch it, those kids are like the ones that like are fiend for candy. It's kind of like when you work in social media. Like I don't struggle putting my phone down. I don't struggle with quietness. Like this is such a foreign thing to me. But I also I've always lived in the world of social media. I was on a social media team at Chico's 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And so I don't know, I guess it's just never been like a special thing to be able to like sit down and scroll. Like I've had to do it for work. And so for me, I'll do it. Like I'm not saying I never scroll, but I don't know. It's just for me, I've never felt like a doom scroll. I've never felt like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna be able to get off this. I don't know. This one's tough for me to like really speak to.
Yeah, it's like there's people who have addictive personalities.
Yeah,
I think
that
this
too.
really it speaks to addictive personalities, and then it speaks to people who this is all they know, so this is all they do.
True.
And it might not be that they're addicted. It's just it's a habit that they've grown
that's
accustomed
true.
to
Very true.
because this is all they know.
Right.
So
right.
they don't know
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily addictive people.
Right.
It's just
That's all they know.
this is all they know.
Right. Yeah.
And there's more out there. So you need to experience the more. Like back in the day, I'm not like I used to walk 10 miles to school.
In the snow.
In the snow. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But literally,
Yeah.
if we wanted to do anything, we had to go somewhere
True.
and meet people and do it.
Yep.
And the only thing we had was a regular phone, and you set up the date, and then you went there.
Yeah.
When you know, like we used to go to, we have a lake. Everybody met at the lake.
Right.
And we got in canoes and we, got stuck out on the lake because of storm. I mean, like
I know.
Yeah. I had a stoop. Everybody
hung out on the stoop.
hung out at the stoop.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
With the neighborhood drug dealer.
Yeah, but I did that too. Like
you.
when I lived in this one specific neighborhood, when I would get home from work, that's what we did. We all went outside on the front porch
Yeah.
and we all
Yeah.
talked. It was a whole bunch of us. It was like townhomes. So a bunch of
True.
us
Right.
would be out there hanging out.
Yeah.
We didn't watch TV.
Yeah.
We from nighttime or from the time I got off work until the time I went to
Yeah.
bed, I was hanging out with people.
Yeah, it got so bad where they had to like remind parents at night, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah.
You know?
True.
But we laughed and we like I see these
true.
things where like I grew up, I got home from school a whole bunch of us would meet out in our front yards or run to our neighbor's house and we played outside the whole entire time until it started getting dark and the lights came on and you ran home. I mean, that's not what happens today.
No.
And we have obesity at a great, it's heightened because nobody moves.
Yeah.
Yep.
I understand that there's reasons for that. People can't do this because we live in a crazy world where people are trying to snatch people's kids right under their nose. Like while they're standing there, people are trying to snatch them. But at the same time, there's a balance. And we need to figure out that balance and then we need to operate in it
Yeah, for sure.
for a more healthier, more clear-minded, and socially good environment for everybody.
Right.
That's all I got to say. Girls, anybody else got anything to say?
No, do some fun stuff like travel, like do things that bring you joy that doesn't require, your phone.
Yep.
Like
Try
pick
it.
up a hobby.
Yeah. Try something different.
Yeah.
Do it for a week. Like do something different than you normally. If you'd always get like when you get home from work, you'd always scroll on your phone. Maybe make a dinner. Maybe make a dessert. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something different and just
Pick up
see how it
crocheting.
feels.
And if
Because
you
a lot
find
of
it,
it is that
go ahead.
Yeah.
a lot of it is that like fixation with like your hands and
Hands.
doing stuff like scrolling,
like a habit of
like maybe
Yeah.
pick up crocheting.
Yeah,
something
and if you
different.
find out you don't like something,
Right.
move on to the next
Exactly.
thing.
There's
Get a
so much-
list
yeah.
of things
A
that
bucket
you might
list.
that you might
Yes.
want to see if you like.
Right.
Actually, Emma had Aaliyah over, one of her best friends, and they did a summer bucket list together.
Fun.
And
That's
there's
a
a
good
bunch of things on there that they want to do over the summer. And then once they like accomplish it, they like cross it off.
Cute.
I know,
That's a
isn't
good
that
idea.
fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you're out with your friend.
Exactly. And you try different things all summer.
Yeah.
Do a
So
summer
good.
bucket list.
Summer bucket list.
So good.
That does not include your phone.
Yeah.
Except for taking pictures.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And
Be
capturing your
healthy about
moment.
it. Yeah.
Out-
And then put it
absolutely.
away. Yeah.
Yes.
Leave it in the car for a second. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We hope you had a good time on the Hope Hotline. Thank you, TikTok, for joining us. We will see you on Friday without Natalie.
Sadly.
Bye.